Mein Lord, ihr habt eine Botschaft von Notio erhalten. Es steht drin, dass die Hochzeit im Sechs-Lohe-Tempel stattfinden soll. Ausgezeichneter Dank für die Nachricht. Endlich steht die große Hochzeit vor der Tür. Ich kann mir kaum glauben, ein glückliches Alles vorstellen. Ja, ich freue mich sehr für Sie. Okay, machen wir auch einfach mal eine Hochzeit. Los geht's.
Sax-Leo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Shh. Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for this.
Nett.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
What the hell was that for?
Erstmal direkt einen Thunderblade
A
draufballern.
little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
Ich liebe Hoodle.
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the spring of youth without a little storm every now and then.
Ich finde auch schön, wie jeder Charakter aktiv mit jemandem geschippt wird.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
Natürlich ist es das.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion. But that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have
So,
a
das kann
point.
funktionieren, ja.
I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
So wie dazu.
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menencia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Das macht's
Sounds
nicht
like they're
besser.
tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
Einfach das so random Losgeschreie von Shion ist auch schon sehr lustig. Aber da kann ich auch sagen, also, wenn die Leute von Politischen einen was für sich haben, auf jeden Fall schon mal gute Gebäude. Ich glaube, hier lässt sich echt gut doch auch wohnen. Und sie haben keine Wasserprobleme. Aber ja, also Shion hattet öfter mal so Übersprungshandlungen. Einfach mal random alles. Also die Insekten einfach mal random in der Stadt abschießen. Mit einer scharfen Waffe. Oh, come on, Shion.
I never thought about this until now, Alphen. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Reden wir uns ins
Are you
Gesicht.
doing this on purpose?
Ja, ich glaube, Rinwell kann Voice Talk nicht ab. Und Dohalim, danke, dass ihr gekommen seid. Dohalim, ihr seid hier, großartig. Kommen wir gleich zur Sache. Alle warten darauf, dass ihr sprecht. Oh, welche große Gesellschaft sich hier versammelt hat. Ein Grund mehr, dass ich mich richtig ins Zeug lege. Danke, dass ihr alle gekommen seid. Ich möchte auf die üblichen Formalitäten verzichten und an diesem glücklichen Tag um euer Segen bitten. Ich bin Sir Nodio und meine zukünftige Frau Gigari zum ersten Mal begegnet als...
Just great.
Das wird eine Weile dauern. Nun denn, ein Drehspruch auf ewiges Glück für das 7. Paar sowie auf Frieden und Wohlstand zwischen Dana und Renna. Ich glaube, wenn Arthur und Shion ihre Love Story erzählen würde, ich glaube, das würde sehr lange dauern.
Cheers!
Einmal Applaus! Gut, es ist Zeit, den Brautstrauß zu werfen. Weißt du, Shion, ich habe gehört, wenn man auf einer Hochzeit keinen Strauß fängt, bleibt man für immer allein. Echt jetzt? Ja! Aha! Yay! Aww.
Nice try, you two. Better luck next time.
Okay, es wird einfach eine Runde los sein.
Why?
Wait, something's wrong.
I couldn't catch it. I'll always be alone. How could I... Oh, please. I'm so lonely.
Warum ist das auf einmal random gevoiced?
Oh no. This is just like what happened before. Alphen!
I'm alone. I'm all alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it? There aren't any thorns this time. I've got it!
Alvin?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. And it wasn't just one bouquet either. There's also this one from me. So please, don't give up. We'll fight this together. Shion!
You dummy! That's not what I was upset about. How many times do I need to tell you not to blindly rush into things? That said, it does make me feel better. Even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And I made another one to go with it, so it wouldn't be lonely either.
You never cease to amaze me, Alphen.
Und ja, das sind die Hochzeit-Outfits. So, die Waffen für die Hochzeit-Outfits. Transzendente Verkupplung. Alright.
Feeling better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
Ja, anscheinend nicht so. Die Kalkön. Ey, stimmt, ja. High Level Area. Wir können ja gerne mal versuchen. Achso. Hier diesmal noch ein bisschen tiefer reinzugehen. Aber, vámonos. Ich hebe mir das auf, weil das sind die Dungeon. So, was haben wir hier?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Halim pancakes!
Huh?
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Danon uprising in Calaglia, the crown contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's
enough.
refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Jetzt ist Law auch noch ein Zugel. Wird nicht besser für ihn.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the Lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
Circumloquacious? The
I'd
fuck
like to
is
see
this
someone
Asian
try to
word?
impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
True. Und ich finde eigentlich, dass gerade auch das Coole an Dohalim ist, um ehrlich zu sein. Seine Eigenheiten sind schon sehr interessant.
Filled with equal parts compassion and passion, always ready to boldly rescue anyone from the perils of the munchies. Delectable, ineffable Dohalim pancakes! Get 'em while they're hot!
That's quite the sales pitch.
This is all new to me as well, I assure you.
Warum ist denn die ab und zu mal random gevoiced und mal nicht?
Why, if it isn't Lord Dohalim himself! Care for a pancake, my lord?
Might as well have some while we're here.
Indeed. However, I'm not sure how I feel about eating my own visage in front of the populace.
At least let me show you how to make them! I'll also teach you the most important part, how to draw Lord Dohalim.
Oh, this sounds like pure gold. I'm game.
Hey, we should make some pancakes right now.
They were drawing Dohalim's face back there. That seems like a handy trick to keep in your back pocket.
The recipe's light on ingredients, and a little extra work could bring the flavor right out.
Great, then let's make some together. Our very own personalized pancakes.
Sure, I got this.
You're out, Alphin. I don't need spicy pancakes. You're out too, Kisara. You'd win easily.
Win what? Is it a competition?
Yes, a contest between me, Shion, and Dohalim.
Wait, what? I'm more of an eating specialist?
You can say that again.
I accept any and all challenges.
Great. Then I'll be the judge.
Ich mag gerade die ganzen Skizzen.
I can gather the ingredients.
Okay, then it's on.
Hey, what about me?
Sugas kriegen keine Pfannkuchen.
Maybe we'll have some luck finding what we need at the farm.
Ich finde echt schon schön. Ich mag diese ganzen Endgame-Skits, weil die alle doch schon sehr, sehr schön und funny sind. Und auch alle recht wholesome.
We've reached our destination.
Ach, das ist nicht mehr gevoiced. Sehen wir da, ist lange nicht gesehen. Schön, dich zu sehen. Ich bin hier, um ein paar Sachen zu holen, wenn es dir nichts ausmacht. Oh, überhaupt nicht. Nimm so viel, wie du willst. Bedien dich.
Thanks.
Danke dafür. Jetzt können wir ein paar Pfannkuchen machen. Oh, Pfannkuchen, sagst du. Meine müssen dick und voller Schlagsahne sein. Wenn man Eischnee hinzufügt, wird der Teig schön weich und es gibt keine bessere Schlagsahne als die, die man mit der hiesigen Kuhmilch gemacht wird. Da muss echt ein Experte bei diesem Thema sein.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to find out once and for all whose pancakes reign supreme.
I guess
yes.
she's emceeing now.
Let's hear some thoughts from Kisara, our judge.
Indeed. This is a highly eclectic group of competitors. I look forward to seeing what they produce for us today.
Wie Kisara einfach
Expectations
mitspielt.
sure are running high. And here comes Shion with her entry.
I applied all of my know-how to this, and put extra care into the visual presentation.
Well, that's bold.
Nothing wrong with
Passend für
Shion
Shion.
holding her head high. Let's see how it tastes. What?
I mixed in some candy that tingles the tongue.
Oh, I see. It's creative. I'll give it that. But it's quite, a mouthful, as it were. It might be too sweet.
Well, I should hope so. I put in as much food and sugar as I could. It should provide 3 days worth of nourishment.
Wow.
3 days worth?
Our judge has been left stunned.
And not in a good way.
Now it's time for the Lord himself.
Here is what I made.
What the?
Dohalim pancakes!
I can't believe he actually did the art.
Go on, relish my crowning achievement to your heart's content.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Wie auf einmal so Smack über die Dohalim-Pfannkuchen ist.
Not even a moment's pause.
Dohalim, there's some strange liquid leaking out of this.
Indeed, I gathered delicacies the world over and packed them all in. That's what makes my masterpiece so good. Pancakes are overrated anyways.
And you're out.
Defeat.
And just like that, his lordship is disqualified.
What do I do? I just made regular old pancakes.
Ich glaube, das wird auch
They're
was für dich
both
gewesen.
just so eccentric. And mine is so... How am I supposed to follow their acts?
Rinwell, you're up.
Okay, I'm coming. Just putting on some finishing touches. Oh, Hoodle. Your face. Whew. Are you sure? Well, okay. I'll never forget you, Hoodle. Okay, made it. Here you go.
Oh no, you didn't. Never mind. Let's see what Judge Kisara thinks.
Let's see. It's nice and soft around the edges, and yet there's a Hoodle face firmly imprinted in the middle. The contrast of fluffiness and firmness is simply fascinating. And there's a sweet texture that's nicely offset by the jam's tartness. That, and it's the strangest thing, it gives me this odd sense of ardor and conviction. I give this a perfect winning score.
Rinwell takes the title!
Looks like you reign supreme over pancakedom.
I don't understand. I thought I'd gotten the look and taste perfect. What could I have done wrong? Huh? Where's Kisara?
She took off running to burn off the food she ate.
I may have done her a disservice. I guess I was only thinking about what I personally would want to eat.
You know, these other ones are actually pretty good. I could go for more of this texture and salty sweetness.
I agree. Still, they pale next to Rinwell's pancakes.
Yeah, no question there.
In fact, I would love to partake in them again sometime. Whatever gave it such a fright?
Don't worry about it. I'll draw all of your faces next time.
I can't wait.
You just draw them, right?
Ich sehe das. Einfach Hude nehmen und schön drauf. Sehr schönes Skit. Sehr schönes Skit. Ich hatte ihn auch schon fast wieder vergessen gehabt. Nur als es losging mit diesem Pfannkuchen-Contest, fiel es mir wieder ein, was nochmal auf mich zugange. Man nehme meinem Hoodle, schmiert ihn mit Erdbeermarmelade rein und squisht ihn in den Pfannkuchen. Wildes Rezept. Aber hey. Wir haben zwar einen Hoodle leicht traumatisiert, aber auch fein. So, was haben wir hier in Moskau?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renan overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head's spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know. I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. He'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
In that case, let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Shion, stay and keep an eye on him.
And
Ey,
then
wollen sie
there were
helfen?
two.
Echt?
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of them.
Maybe
Sehr
it's
nett von
not the
denen.
time, but this place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Welcome back, Law.
Er war die ganze Zeit dort. Er ist nicht mitgegangen. Aber not gonna lie, das sind die richtige Art von Freunde, die man haben will. Wenn man irgendwie was merkt, da geht's eigentlich gut. Die alle so zack, 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 komm, machen das alles so, dass es mir alles okay ist. Bessere Freunde kann man doch nicht haben. Oh, hi, Elfe.
Hey,
Hey, Cole. Alles gut bei dir? Du siehst irgendwie fertig aus. Ich habe echt Hunger. Wir haben immer noch nicht genug Essen, obwohl die René nicht mehr hier sind. Ist nicht gut. Gibt es denn keine Möglichkeit, Essen von außerhalb Kalakias zu beschaffen?
Yes.
Hier gibt es. Dank eurer ganzen Mühe konnten wir Handelsrouten schaffen und werden mit ein wenig Essen versorgt. Aber an anderen Orten gibt es nicht genug zu essen. Wir können nur wenig zwischen den Reichen vermitteln. Vor allem, weil es in diesem Reich größtenteils nur Fels und Sand gibt.
just great.
Wie traurig. Ich wünschte, wir könnten noch mehr machen. Besteht immer noch Hoffnung. Ich habe gehört, dass ein Händler aus des Schloss Glennemead besucht.
How's this?
Willst du mal für uns mit ihm
Got it.
sprechen? Genau, mal sehen, wie er reagiert. Deshalb könnt ihr gerne dieses Brot haben. Oh, danke. Wo hast du das her? Ich habe das selber vorbereitet.
Alright.
Wenn es ums Essen geht, ja. Wie auch immer, machen wir uns auf den Weg zum Schloss Glennemead. Ich glaube, es gibt nicht einen Moment, wo nicht Shion irgendwas zu essen mit hat. Deswegen auch natürlich, ne, die Pfannkuchen, die Nährstoffe und alles für 3 Tage haben, weil das ist, was Shion täglich verpulst. Essen für 3 Tage.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
Okay. Random, aber gut. Ah, den kennen wir doch. Nur wenn das mal nicht unser Feinschmecker-Freund ist. Diesmal hat sich aus nach Charakter verschlagen, was? Hafen, endlich! Ich habe auf dich gewartet. Oh, mit ihm willst du also sprechen, mit mir aber nicht. Ja, klasse. Aber ich bemerke, dass du auf deinem Gaumen nicht so richtig verlassen ist. Wie geht's, Gordeno? Hast du ein neues Rezept gefunden? Eigentlich ganz im Gegenteil. Ich finde hier nichts. In Kanal gibt es keine feinen Delikatessen. Stimmt, jetzt wo du es sagst, fällt auch keiner ein. Ich möchte etwas mitnehmen, aber wenn es so weitergeht, weiß ich nicht, was ich tun soll. Wenn du nichts findest, warum stellst du dir dann einfach nicht selbst was zusammen? Was? Hier gibt es in diesen Gefilden immer noch was zu essen. Warum zaubst du nicht einfach was Gutes, was nach du findest? Darum geht's doch beim Kochen, oder? Gerade du müsstest das so wissen. Oh, da ist echt Mumm zu glauben, dich beim Thema Essen belehren zu wollen, junge Dame. Aber das hast absolut recht. Ich bin nicht nur ein Fein und Gemäß, sondern auch ein Koch par excellence. Sieh zu und lerne, wie ich meine jahrelange kulinarischen Expertise nutze, um das beste Gericht zu zaubern, das dieses Land je gesehen hat. Bin ich sicher, ob es jemals schon mal was anderes zubereitet hat. Oh ja? Ja, wenn du schon selbstbewusst bist, dann nehme ich natürlich gerne auch etwas mit nach Hause. Lass mich helfen, das betrifft Kalake, also ist das eine persönliche Sache für mich. Gerne. Wenn so ist, würdest du mir ein paar Zutaten besorgen, zum Beispiel etwas Weizen und ein paar Eier? Haben wir schon. Wir haben eigentlich schon alles, was wir brauchen. Großartig, dann kann ich mich ja gleich an die Arbeit machen. Mit diesen Zutaten, all mein Wissen und meiner Erfahrung wird das Ergebnis ganz exquisit. Erledigt. Was ist das? Sowas wie gebranntes Brot? Probieren wir es mal. Oh, wow, wie lecker. Du hast die Zutaten wirklich gut vorbereitet. Das hat er echt gut gemacht. Aber findest du das Innere nicht noch auch ein bisschen teigig? Ja, außerdem finde ich gutes altes gebranntes Brot nicht sonderlich einfallsreich. Trotz meiner Fähigkeit liegt anscheinend noch Arbeit vor mir. Gebranntes Brot, das immer noch teigig ist. Warte, ich hab's. Wer ist damit? Soll das Ringe sein? Yep. Ich habe mich von der Architektur des Schlosses inspirieren lassen. Ich nenne sie Glenemy Donuts. Okay, ich probiere. Oh, wie lecker und wie knusprig die sind. Ja, die schmecken super. Ich bin im Himmel. Ich hätte gar keine Ahnung, dass man sowas in Charakter zubereiten kann. Die mag ich. Sie sehen auch irgendwie besonders aus. Damit kann ich was anfangen. Ausgezeichnet. Ich bin froh, dass sich meine ganze Arbeit gelohnt hat. Ja, was hältst du davon, wenn sie zu verkaufen? Ich nehme einen ganzen Haufen mit zurück nach Klasse ja? Die werden ein Hit. Vielleicht wisst ihr, mir ist was klar geworden, nachdem ich die Donuts für euch zubereitet habe. Kochen hat die Kraft, Menschen zum Strahlen zu bringen. Und ich möchte dieses Gefühl überall auslösen. Wir haben einen Deal. Es gibt keine feinere Delikatesse als die Freude im Herzen über eine gute Mahlzeit. Darum geht es als Gourmet, wirklich. Ich weiß genau, was du meinst. Ich bringe dir das Rezept für die Donuts bei. Das ist das Mindeste, was ich tun kann, um dir für deine Hilfe zu bedanken. Danke, Moreno. Lass mich noch eine Sache fragen, bevor du gehst. Haben dir meine Donuts wirklich geschmeckt? Wie sie mir wirklich geschmeckt haben? Naja, absolut exquisit. Da ist eine kulinarische Suche endlich abgeschlossen. Wir haben Donuts. Gut, damit haben wir auch die Sidequest relativ schnell abgeschlossen.
You finally made it.
Alphen, du bist zurück. Ja, und ich habe das erstmal mitgebracht. Wie liegt dich? Was ist das? So eine Art Süßigkeit?
Yes.
Naja, von mir aus gerne. Wow, die schmecken super. Ja, die sind echt lecker. Wo hast du die her? Ein Freund von uns hat die in Schloss Ganymede mit Zutaten aus der Umgebung zubereitet. Wirklich? Man kann in Galaktik so leckere Sachen zubereiten? Auch die Anlaus ist wohl, ja, mochten sie? Ich denke, dass der Handel zwischen uns und reichen dank der Donuts wieder zunimmt. Ja, wir können diese leckeren Donuts überall verkaufen. Wie toll, es ist so cool zu wissen, dass wir hier solche Sachen zubereiten können. Ich schätze, ich sollte jetzt aufhören, immer so viel rumzujammern. Mal sehen, was sich in Galaktik noch alles zubereiten lässt. So kann ich mich wieder im Brot revanchieren, Fräulein. Ja, ich bin gespannt, was das Ding zubereitet. Wie stellt ihr die vor? Okay. Nur viel Rastcode.
We avoided getting roasted in that ring, but what we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
Ey, das hat es jetzt mit den... Keine Ahnung, was das nochmal war. Gut. Ich mache erstmal noch mal eine kurze Pause. Ich will mich mal eine kurze Toilettenpause machen. Dementsprechend bin gleich wieder da.